Winterhold College must be hard to run when you're always out saving the land in other ways. I'd let Jazargo handle it. How much damage could he do?
I'm sorry, what? Do you not remember the scrolls that we had to test for him? They kind of, quite literally blew up in our faces. So, no, I don't think so. That is a terrible idea. You're an idiot. Okay, not really, but that's a very silly suggestion.
You have my full attention.
Now, just wondering, could you tell me more about yourself?
I have no knack for magic, I'm afraid.
Yes, I'm quite aware of that.
Away.
Quite aware of that indeed. And, do you want something?
You want a drink?
Maybe. What's on the menu? What's on the menu?
Depends. Are you thirsty?
Okay, apparently Lod's not here. Okay, I suppose that makes sense, considering how wet it is. Oh, actually, is that? I think that's Lod there. I'm pretty sure that's Lod, right? Oh, there you are.
Bleeds, Skyrim. Blades are dry, and I think none of us are the better for it.
Okay, that's nice.
Feels good,
But I'm
loyalty's
just
better.
wondering
Yes?
about my order. Is it ready?
It would seem so.
Okay, good. I'll be taking all of that. Thank you. Wait, 70 nails? Okay, I thought I ordered 100, but never mind. Never mind. Maybe I should possibly order some more nails just in case. Okay, in fact, I think what I want to do is probably just wait around inside, because there's no way in hell I'm building a house whilst it's flogging down. I mean, good God. Ugh. I'm kind of wondering if my house Carl has returned with that horse
Come on in.
yet.
We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm
Oh, hello. I presume that's the horse from Whiterun then. Well, that's good to see. Okay. What the hell? What? Ah, okay, that was the crab that was slain the other day. Okay. Right. Well, it's a good thing we now have the horse here. Although, I'm not sure if I want you following me at the moment. Honestly, I think...
Let's get going.
I think I want you to stay here. I think, assuming that you will stay here.
I'll keep watch at Lakeview Manor until you return, Thane. Good hunting.
Good woman. Good. Very good. Okay. Right. You could probably put the horse in here, you know. Okay, you know what? Never mind.
A
Actually,
fight.
can I...
Good to see you.
Oh. Oh, wait. Okay, what? What? Okay. Is it nipping my dog? It's nipping my dog. Bad crab. And also, why is Buttercup walking away? Okay, apparently this is her horse. Okay, fine, I suppose. You having a horse might be useful, I guess. Okay, but... yeah, I think I did notice.
Long life to you, Thane.
Okay, thank you. I'd like you to make some improvements to the house.
Certainly. What did you have in mind?
Don't know yet. A carriage. A carriage? A horse? Okay. A cow? Okay. Honestly, let's go with a chicken.
I'll see to it at once.
Okay, thank you. We'll have a chicken for the moment. I'd like you to buy furnishings for the house. Oh, honestly,
All right, then.
not yet, because, yes, we are still needing to make the wall for the second story, and probably the roof as well. Okay, right, well, let's get back to it. Okay, now that looks impressive. This just looks absolutely gorgeous. Yes, it does indeed. Okay, right, let's have a look inside and see if it's good. I would assume it is, but Oh, and also to see that the others did step out the... Yes, okay, so all of the grass is gone. It is quite dark in here, though. Oh, yeah, that... Okay, yep, this is very dark. Interesting, I suppose. Okay, I'll have a look at that in just a moment. Ooh! We've already got chandeliers. Okay, that is good. Very good. At least we got some lighting here. Okay, well, let's have a look at this here and see what we can do for the bottom floor. Ooh! Okay, mannequins. That could be interesting. Fireplace. Okay. What do we do first? I'm thinking fireplace. I'm thinking we need some light in here. And I'm also thinking possibly dining table and chairs. Yes, we need a place to have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Okay, now this is what I call a nice dining room. This is gorgeous. The cabin in the woods. And apparently a free book. Okay, thank you. I'll be taking that. But yeah, this... Okay, this is delightful. This is cozy. Yes, it is. Now, what exactly is meant to go over here? Okay, a strange back room. Okay, just wandering. Ooh. Display case and small cupboard, round table and chairs. Wall shelves? Weapon plaque. Oh, a safe. Okay, don't think I really need any of this right now. I think I kind of want to focus on... Ooh, actually, you know what? Let's have a look upstairs. I think I did see what looked like... Okay, apparently you're enjoying the upstairs. Okay, that's good. Okay, this one. What can I do here? Oh. Okay, more display cases, more cupboards, but can I... Oh. I can make a double bed. Okay, but I need leather strips and straw. Okay, mounted wolf head. That is horrific, but okay, that's also horrific. Okay, at least they're not bear heads, I guess. Okay, but I kind of want the bed. I want the bed, but I need leather strips and straw, which I'm going to guess we don't have. I mean, could I possibly ask Rhea to get some?
Honored to see you again, my Thane.
Yes, quite. I'd like you to buy some materials.
Of course. What are we running short of?
Can I get you to buy some... No, that's not what I want. Oh, really?
Very good, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, buy furnishings? What kind of furnishings can you buy?
Of course. What room would you like me to furnish?
Oh. Actually, the small house. Can you furnish the small house?
Very good. I'll make all the arrangements.
Okay, well, thank you, I suppose.
If you ever need another blade at your side, just ask.
Yes, quite. Okay, but do we have straw? Do we have straw? Please tell me. Okay, I get the feeling we may have to go back down to Falkreath or possibly, I don't know, Whiterun to get leather strips and straw. Okay, you know what? I think we should probably do that. Right, well, I'm thinking you, Miko, just hang around here for a bit with Rhea and the horse, I guess, and we'll go back to Falkreath and see if there's straw and leather strips. I get the feeling there is going to be a lot of running back and forth. And I mean a lot of that. And also... Yeah, about time I did that. That thing is awfully annoying. Okay, fortunately, the shopkeeper and the blacksmith both had straw and leather strips. So now, I can make my double bed. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. And should I make a dresser? Oh, actually, no. Let's make a couple of single beds for Lucian and Inigo, just to be sure. Tail wardrobe. Don't think I really need anything else at the moment. No. Okay, so we got the 2 beds here. And I think the double bed should be on the other side here. Okay, it's not. It's not red. It's not red. Where's my red? Where's my red sheets? I want my red sheets. I'm very disappointed. Okay, well, I did make a couple more things. I made all this for one. I also made, wherever they are, yeah, a chair, just because, why not, I suppose, and a chest, which I suppose will be quite useful indeed. But yeah, I need everything. That's what I need, probably everything, and also, I feel like this is in the way. Can I get rid of this? Can I can't get rid of it. Okay. Okay, this is kind of annoying, having this just sort of here in the middle of my bloody walkway. I mean, we have a cooking pot over there, but no, apparently we now have 2. Okay, obviously we're going to have to get that removed at some point eventually, but just wondering, what can I make over here? Okay, this is also coming along quite nicely. Some more sitting spaces. May as well, just because, why not, I suppose? Okay, right. Now I am wondering. Oh, actually, I did pay Rhea to decorate this part of the house, but I'm not really seeing much. I mean, I am seeing this corner shelf, but that's about it. Okay. I am wondering.
Certainly. What did you have in mind?
Yeah, I can have a bard? I can have a bard. Okay, I'm not sure if I need a bard just yet, but could I have possibly a cow?
I'll keep an eye out for a good cow to purchase.
Okay, good. And also,
Certainly. What did you have in mind?
I do also want another chicken.
I'll see to it at once.
Just because
All
I
right,
feel
then.
like having milk and eggs would be really good. Because honestly, the thing is, I've actually thought about baking sweet rolls. Yes, Inigo, I've thought about baking sweet rolls. And honestly, I might possibly do that. Okay, you are following. Good. Okay. What else can we be doing? Can we do anything else here? Oh. An apiary. Okay, I suppose we'll make that whilst we're still here. Oh. And we can make a cellar. Okay, but we need more sawn logs. Okay, I suppose I can probably order them through Rhea, I suppose, and a smelter. No. I mean, unless I'm really desperate for ebony or something, then probably not. Probably not. In fact, I'm thinking we'll stop here for the moment. I think... Yes, I'm thinking we're good. And honestly, the sunset through the trees, the forest here, it's actually kind of relaxing. I actually kind of like it.
Long life to you, Thane.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, this is actually kind of relaxing. Okay. Well, honestly, I'm kind of glad I've decided to build a house all the way out here. Again, I'm assuming that's the house Carl going in to have dinner and possibly go to sleep. Oh, actually, I have just realized. The 2 beds. I'm assuming one of them belongs to the house Carl, if I had to guess. Which I suppose would make sense. Okay, yeah, that kind of would. Okay, that's fine, I guess. What's in here? Apples. Okay, apparently there's apples in there already. Interesting, but okay then. Ah, okay, so apparently there is meant to be a wall there. Okay, probably should have noticed that in the first place.
I'm thinking you are a good friend.
Okay, well, thank you. Oh, actually, I've been meaning to ask. Can you tell me about how you and Mr. Dragonfly met? I've always been wondering about that.
That is quite a lengthy tale. Are you sure you want to hear it?
Well, I suppose we have the time. I mean, it's the evening anyway, so go on.
It happened not long after I got my scars. I stopped off in Windhelm on my way to Riften. I arrived weary, bloody, and fragrant. All I wanted was a hot meal and a room for the night, but it was not to be. As soon as I entered the city, I felt the weight of distrustful eyes upon me. I was too tired to care. I made my way to Candlehearth Hall and tried to purchase a room. I was told in no uncertain terms that I was not welcome and that I should seek shelter elsewhere. While I was explaining that I had gold and would cause no trouble, I noticed 3 brawny men watching me with interest. I turned from the innkeep and faced the men. "You fellows see something strange?" I asked. "No, friend," replied the nearest. "We see a man who needs a bed and a bath, but we fear you won't find them here. If you have coin, maybe we can help you."
Okay, and you trusted them. Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure if I would have trusted him, or them, I should say. I can't believe the innkeeper refused you a room. I mean, you're talking about Windhelm, so that would kind of make sense. That's kind of in character for Windhelm. I'm not sure if I would have trusted these 3 men.
I was not sure I trusted them either, but at that moment, I decided to give them the benefit of the doubt. Anyway, I told the men I would happily part with a few coins for a room. They said they were brothers, and for 15 septims, I would be a guest in their home that night. They told me that their mother would be happy to set another place at their table. I did not have many options, so I agreed.
Okay, possibly a bad move, yes, but go on.
The men took me to a deserted alleyway and motioned for me to stop. The youngest brother turned to me and said, "Before we continue, we must have your word that you will keep what we are about to show you to yourself." "No problem," I replied. He nodded, then felt along the stone wall, paused, then knocked 4 times. There was a grinding noise, and a large section slid back to reveal a torchlit passageway. "Who are you people?" I asked as we entered the gap in the wall. "Do not be alarmed," said the eldest brother. "Hot food and a warm bed are waiting up ahead." We pressed on, and the entrance closed behind us.
Okay, what was the passage like? What were you thinking? Probably just you wanting a warm bed and whatnot, and just wanting to be warm. But just wondering, what was the passage like?
It was relatively warm. Water dripped from the stony ceiling, and I could smell magic in the air. We
Well, that's
soon
concerning.
came to a heavy wooden door. The youngest brother stepped forward and again knocked 4 times. I heard a key turn on the other side. A grunt. The door opened, and I was face to face with the oldest woman I have ever seen. "We have a guest, dear mother," said the eldest brother. "Well, come in then. Table set. Go wash your hands. You weren't followed, were you?" "No, no," he replied, pushing past her. "Come in, friend. You're safe, and soon you'll be fed." I stepped inside. I was in a huge stone room full of all manner of useless junk and trinkets. There were no windows, and it was very dim, but I could make out a row of beds against the far wall near a large open fire. The old woman looked up at me. Got money? She held out a gnarled hand. Of course, I said, handing it over. Thank you for letting me rest here. What is your name? Everyone just calls me Mother, she said. You can do the same if you like. Makes no difference to me. She motioned for me to sit at a long table where the other men were already eating greedily. I sat and tucked in. There was soup and roast beef and vegetables, and I ate until I thought I was going to rupture. When we were done, I was taken to a corner sectioned off by hanging furs. Inside, there was a steaming bath.
Ooh.
I sank into it, felt my poor muscles relax, and shut my eyes. I drifted off.
Okay, what is a bath? You could have been drugged. You had been drugged. You probably have been drugged, but let's not go to silly assumptions yet. And also, why would I ask what is a bath? I know what a bloody bath is.
I had some very strange dreams. I saw the brothers caper and dance and fly about the room. I saw Fergus in a pool of blood staring up at me, mouthing the words, "Run, Inigo, run!" I saw a vast glass cage with a rough and scored ceiling. I saw many things I have now forgotten. When I awoke, the room was spinning and bleary. I heard the deep, muffled voices. Then I saw what was next to me, and my heart froze.
Okay. A spider?
No, not a spider. An interesting but less squishy creature.
Okay, good.
What I saw was the king of dragonflies, the largest dragonfly imaginable. He was in a massive jar to my left, and he was spinning about in a frenzy. That is when I realized I was in a jar of my own. I tried to call out for help, but no words came. I looked down at my hands and saw that they were missing. I now seemed to have pincers. I leapt to my feet in horror and bounced off the inside of the jar. Suddenly, I realized I was flying.
Okay. You and your crazy stories, Inigo. I mean, they are pretty crazy. What a nightmare. Honestly, that does sound pretty nightmarish. I mean, I presume you were turned into an insect of some kind, presumably a dragonfly.
I know. It was not a happy moment. I tried to look for a bright side and found one. At least I was not a chicken. I buzzed about for a bit, trying to get used to my new wings. After a while, I had things under control. I realized that the handsome dragonfly in the jar next to mine was not so large after all. I had been made small, like him. I also saw that we were not alone. A number of other jars were in a row to my left, each holding an insect. There were butterflies and glow bugs, and moths too. My vision was blurred by the jar, but I could still make out 4 enormous figures at the far end of the now seemingly cavernous room. One of them pointed in my direction and laughed. The sound was booming and very scary. The individual approached, and I saw it was Mother. I heard a noise from my right, looked over, and saw that my dragonfly neighbor had fallen down dead with fright.
Oh. Clever dragonfly. Okay, I mean, you could be playing dead. Maybe.
Mother came right up to my jar and tapped an enormous grubby finger against the glass. Her toothless grin filled my view. She then picked up the dragonfly's jar, shook it, scowled, and slammed it back down. She grabbed another jar, this time from my left, removed the lid and plucked out the moth inside. It feebly flapped between her fingers. She held it up to my jar, then forced the poor creature into her mouth. I heard the body crunch between her gums. That is when I heard a voice inside my head.
Okay. What did it sound like?
It was well-spoken and calm. It was the voice of a scholar giving a lesson to a dim child. It said, Pay attention. Go still, and she will not eat you. Mother swallowed the moth and picked up my jar again. I let myself go limp and lay motionless. I seemed to be missing my eyelids, so I was forced to watch as she first uncapped my jar, then reached inside. Her gigantic hand paused before it reached me, then withdrew. "Stay still," said the voice in my head. It was hard, but I managed. Mother held my jar up and studied me. She shook me, then studied me again. "Passed out," she said with a voice like an avalanche. "Scared him senseless." She put my jar down and turned away. "You'll have to get me more. I need to eat tonight." Another huge figure came into view. It was the eldest brother. "Mother," he said, "why do you have to frighten them so?" "Because they taste better squirming and fearful. You know that." Her son sighed, woke his brothers, and left.
Okay, this story makes no sense. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Identity confusion seems to feature strongly in your stories. A little bit, but we'll just roll along with it.
Mother turned and made for her bed. That is when I heard the dragonfly yell in my head. "Your jar! Hit the wall of your jar!" Mother had placed me on the shelf with the base of my jar hanging over the edge. I leapt towards the glass, flapping my wings as fast as I could. I bounced back, then hit it again and again. My jar toppled off the shelf and smashed on the stone floor. "Yes," cried the dragonfly. "Lay still. She's coming back." So there I lay, surrounded by shattered glass, as Mother approached us a second time. I thought she was going to step on me, but instead she cursed and knelt down. I heard her joints creak. "I'll have to get you a new jar, or I could just eat you now. Not tasty, but tempting." I wanted to flap my wings. I wanted to fly and hide, but I did not. She picked me up. Her grimy face filled my view. She smiled and licked her lips. She opened her mouth.
Okay, this is too scary, Inigo. It's a bit disturbing. Ugh, especially how you describe the old lady. It sounds like Mr. Dragonfly tried to get you killed. It kind of does, but I'm going to guess something amazing happens next. Quite possibly.
As her mouth drew nearer, I started to flap my wings. I could not help it. I wanted to escape. Alas, she was too strong and I was too small. Suddenly, there was a bonk noise, and Mother's jaw went slack. Her muddy eyes rolled back, and she collapsed. I struggled out from under her hand and saw the dragonfly's jar rolling to a stop near a chair leg. "You knocked her out," I yelled in my mind. "Yes," he replied. I managed to tip my jar onto her head. "Thank you," I said. "What is your name?" He said, "I cannot remember. I have been a dragonfly too long, but there is hope for you." He directed me to a nearby alchemy table and told me to nibble a bit of this and that. He had the antidote memorized. I followed his instructions, and soon I felt the worst pins and needles I have ever endured. I passed out, and when I awoke, I was me again. I rushed over to the dragonfly and opened his jar, but he refused to fly out. I heard his voice in my head, but it was weaker, distant somehow. "It is too late for me," he said. "The antidote cannot fix me. I am more dragonfly than man now. Please, reseal my jar. It brings me comfort."
Okay, why didn't Mr. Dragonfly's jar smash when it landed? Why was there an antidote? There's probably a lot of other questions I could probably ask, but yeah, the jar didn't smash when it landed on the old lady's head. That's surprising.
His fall to the floor was interrupted by the witch's head. Mine was not. Also, his jar is far sturdier than any other I have seen. I have often wondered if it is enchanted. Anyway, I did as I was
that's
asked,
convenient.
then placed him on a chair while I retrieved my clothes. I then went to the long table where I had eaten. "The soup," said the insect I would later come to think of as Mr. Dragonfly. I turned and smiled at him. We were having the same idea. I carried the soup pot to where Mother lay, opened her mouth, and splashed some inside. "It will take time. Free the others and leave," said Mr. Dragonfly. "Why can I only hear you inside my head?" I asked. He told me that the other insects had been there far longer than him, and they had forgotten how to communicate with words long ago. I listened closely to a nearby butterfly. I could hear a faint weeping inside my head, nothing more.
Okay, briefly being an insect gave you the power to understand them. Is this like a similar thing to being able to understand Miko or something?
Not just bugs, other animals too. Usually I do not hear very much that is understandable, but sometimes I get lucky. Mr.
Right.
Dragonfly is the most eloquent by far. Anyway, I opened all the jars, then turned to leave, and saw a fat moth with grey wings lumbering out of a pile of dirty clothes where Mother had been. I scooped her up, sealed her in a jar, then hid her at the back of an ingredients cupboard. I could hear her hissing at me in my mind. I turned to Mr. Dragonfly. "Do you want to come with me?" I asked. "Yes, please," he replied. "Let us go." I grabbed his jar, unlocked the door, and opened it. I found myself face to face with the brothers.
Okay, seeing you must have been a shock. Oh no. Oh no indeed, actually. That's probably not good.
Oh no, indeed. Luckily, I had surprise on my side. I drew my sword and ran at them. They were so surprised to see me, it took a moment for them to realize I was going for the exit, not them. They shrank back as I rushed past, and soon I had reached the hidden door that led out to the city. I pulled a rusty wall chain, and the opening appeared. But before I could get outside, the eldest brother jumped on my back and tore open my scars.
Ooh.
I shook him off, making sure not to drop Mr. Dragonfly, then stumbled out into Windhelm. I lost my footing and went to the ground. "Roll," cried Mr. Dragonfly inside my mind. I did, and a mace came down, smashing a flagstone next to my head. The brothers had followed me outside. They each had a weapon, and it was clear they wanted me dead.
Okay, fools, they didn't know who they were messing with. The brothers didn't have anyone with them? Well, obviously not. Well, obviously they didn't know who they were messing with. They were clearly messing with the great Inigo the Brave, or whatever you want to be called. Inigo the Champion? Something like that?
I had been through a lot, and my body was still recovering from all the transforming it had been doing. I felt slow and weak. I regained my feet and brandished my sword at them. "Back," I yelled. "I will let you live if you walk away." "Mother wouldn't turn you back," said the middle brother. "What did you do to her?" "I cured her of her ugliness and put her somewhere safe," I replied. Townsfolk stopped to see what was happening. We were attracting a crowd. I turned to the onlookers and said, "These men held me against my will. Call the guard." My words were met with stony avidity. Then someone threw a bottle at me. The eldest brother shouted, "This filthy Khajiit broke into our home. He was looking for skooma money, no doubt." The crowd was getting nasty, and as another bottle smashed near my feet, I saw two guards at the back of the group turn and walk away. "Run," said Mr. Dragonfly inside my head. He did not have to tell me twice.
Yeah. Bloody Windhelm. That's what I was thinking. They actually pulled the whole, oh, he broke into my home and tried to steal skooma for money or something. Typical Windhelm.
Yes, it is like an ugly, icy cage, where the downtrodden and oppressed must bump shoulders with the apathetic and small-minded. The youngest brother took a swipe at me with his sword. I leapt back, overturned the cart of cabbages, and fled. I sped past the graveyard into the marketplace and glanced behind me. I had lost most of the crowd, but the brothers were still on my tail. I rushed through the main gate, out onto the bridge. I was exhausted, but while my legs had been running, Mr. Dragonfly's mind had come up with a plan. As the brothers stepped out of the gate, panting and furious, I walked out onto the ledge to the left before the first stone arch. I sheathed my sword and held out Mr. Dragonfly's jar. "Do you know who this is?" I shouted. "I don't care, all those bugs look the same to me," replied the middle brother. "Stay there, you coward. You're a dead man." I waited until all three brothers stood near me at the edge. "Do you love your mother?" I asked. "Yes," sniffed the youngest. "Tell us where she is and we'll kill you quickly," said the eldest. "Here," I replied. Then I threw Mr. Dragonfly off the bridge.
Oh. Well, I will say Mr. Dragonfly was very brave, I suppose.
Yes, I am very proud of him. I think he may have used up the last of his courage in that moment, though. The brothers all yelled, "No!" and threw themselves over the edge, trying in vain to catch the jar. If I had carried out the plan 30 feet along the wall, they may have survived, but the icy water they landed in was very shallow. There was quite a mess. For a second, I was worried about Mr. Dragonfly, but then I spotted his jar bobbing in the bloody water. I made my way down to the river and retrieved him. He thanked me, and I asked him again if he wouldn't rather be released. "No," he said. "I will stay in my jar and in your company if that is okay. I have already forgotten my past life, and even the meanings of these words I am saying are beginning to fade." I told him he could stay with me for as long as he wished, then asked what I should call him. "Mother scratched my initials on the lid of my jar," he said. "I no longer know what they mean." "They seem to say Mr. D," I replied. "Do you mind if I call you Mr. Dragonfly?" He said that was fine. He then said that I would no doubt lose the ability to hear him soon, but so far that has not been the case. Ever since my transformation, I have been able to randomly pick up his thoughts. I can also sometimes understand horses, fleas, and dogs too. Their
So I've
thoughts are
noticed.
alien and often do not contain words as we know them, but I can usually decipher the overall gist. Mr. Dragonfly's fear about losing his words has also not come to pass. I think our little conversations are good for his mind. Anyway, that is how Mr. Dragonfly and I met. It was a long story. I hope I did not bore you.
No, not at all, really. I actually kind of enjoyed that. I'm not entirely sure if I believe that story, but it was fairly entertaining. Thank you.
I am glad you enjoyed it. Telling it was easier than living it, my friend.
I can tell. Okay, well, like I said, I'm not entirely sure if I believe that, but that is an interesting story. So, can you actually understand what Miko's saying? Like, actually. Because honestly, that has got to be one of the best talents I've ever seen in my life. Like, has this always been a thing, or what? Okay, well, never mind. You can probably just hang around for a bit.
I will unwind a while.
And I will hit the hay, I think. Getting a bit exhausted here.